Good afternoon, my name is Troy Weathersby with Rush Truck Centers in Atlanta, Georgia. We're here on site with Newsome Trucking with this new HX 615. This new HX 615 has an all-aluminum puck riveted cab, available 2-piece windshield, bright visor, 3-piece hood, fender extensions for your wide-base tires. Your wheel and tire options are from 22.5 to 24.5 wheels, all the way up to wide base tires. Front axle options are from 12,000 all the way to 23,000 pounds. Front bumper is a chrome plated steel bumper with optional aluminum stainless clad bumpers, painted steel bumpers. This particular model has toe pins, which are rated up to 80,000 pounds. You have an optional 150,000 pound center toe eye, which we'll show you later. Chrome grille surround with optional chrome vertical grills with an integrated reinforced grill support for rocks and debris, which duplicates the diamond logo on the hood. We're back here with the HX 615 on the driver's side. Just want to point out a couple things. The depth tank with the full length upgraded aluminum steps. We have the depth tank and a 100-gallon, 24-inch diameter tank for higher ground clearance, along with the bright finish stainless steel straps. The straps, being stainless steel, resist corrosion, or if they ever were to rust all the way through, your tank is always going to be supported. Here we are in the front of the HX 615, where I'll tilt the hood over and then show you the new N13 under the hood. Easy to tilt hood, 3-piece hood for easier serviceability and repairability. Here's the N13, which is Navistar's upgraded 13-liter engine. This is a 475 horsepower, 1,700 foot-pound torque engine. Everything's accessible from checking the oil to adding oil to clear reservoirs. Here we are on the passenger side of the HX 615. As you see, we have an LED marker light, which is new for this model, along with optional chrome hood mirrors on both sides. Again, the fender extensions, large wide-base tires. Kept the old piano-style hinge, which is very durable in a vocational application like this truck is in every day. Bright mirrors. This truck's been working a good bit, so they're not as bright as they are new, but they're bright and lit. You've got your aluminum cab with redesigned handles for easier access. This is your standard placement for after treatment. This also has a bright finish to it with vertical exhaust. You can get dual vertical exhaust or horizontal exhaust. Back here we have our polished aluminum air tanks with the polished stainless steel battery box cover. Alongside, you can see underneath, this is our optional 12.25-inch rail that has a double frame. Although it's a small, short wheelbase, 199-inch wheelbase dump truck, it adds to the structural stability of it when they're unloading, and it keeps the truck a lot stiffer and handles a lot better on the road. Customers really like that extra strength. Back to the rear axles. This particular setup is 40,000 rears with 46,000 pound suspension. We have options from 40,000 all the way to 70,000 pound rear suspension on the HX. This has dual lockers for maximum traction that are driver controlled from inside. Here we are on the passenger side of the HX 615, where we want to showcase the dual gearboxes for the 20,000 pound front axle. Place for your tow hooks for the front, again 80,000 pound rating. Clear reservoir for your washer fluid. Easy access air filter, easy visibility coolant reservoir, and also, most importantly, the anti-blowdown device for the hood. So in windy conditions, You're not servicing the engine and the hood blow down on you.
Here's the handle. That's the big rock engine.
We're back here on site with Newsom Trucking in North Georgia with our HX620. This HX620 is a setback axle with a Cummins 15-liter engine. As you saw before, we had the HX615, which is also a setback axle with a 13-liter Navistar N13. There are two other models to the HX family. There is an HX520, which is a set-forward 15-liter Cummins engine, and the HX515, which is a set-forward 13-liter N13 power plant. Back to the driver's side of this HX620, I want to point out that the cab is the same on all HX models. It's an all-aluminum, huck-riveted cab. Our windshield options are a single-piece windshield, which we have on this model, with an optional two-piece windshield. You'll notice our bright visor, which is also available with a painted visor with LED marker lights. This particular tractor has dual breathers, dual external breathers. The front axle on this truck is a 13-tube front axle. They're available from 12,000 all the way to 23,000 pounds on the HX620. Here we have the battery box under cab. This battery box houses 4 batteries with an optional jump start stud here. Def tank back of cab with dual 100-gallon back of cab fuel tanks. Just like the HX615 that we showed you earlier, we spec them with the stainless steel straps to prevent corrosion, to make sure your tanks are always solid. Here's our deck plate access, which gives you easy access to the back of the cab. On this particular HX620 setback axle 15-liter engine tractor, we have the stainless clad swept-back bumper, which has optional fog lights, tow hooks, which are rated at 80,000 pounds, along with the industry-leading 150,000-pound tow pin with a removable pin. The HX620, here we have a bright finished grille surround with chrome vertical grille bars with the same as the 615 that you saw earlier, metal diamond logo grille reinforcement to match the diamond grille. On over here, we have the same headlights with the LED marker lights. Here we are back in front of the HX620, which is a setback 15-liter Cummins engine platform. The easy tilt hood, it's also a 3-piece hood like the 615 that we showed you earlier. Here is the 15-liter power plant by Cummins. On this HX620 tractor, I want to point out the dual exhaust. This is true dual exhaust on the HX model, with the oversized 6-inch diameter stacks. This tractor has the larger 12.25-inch single rail, which helps with stability with heavy loads. Stainless steel quarter fenders. Here at the back of the HX620, I want to point out the huck bolts all throughout the rail. This is a 12.25-inch single rail for this tractor application, heavy twists and turns in an off-road situation. We have axles and suspension rated from 40,000 all the way to 70,000 pounds in a tandem axle application. This is an air ride Hendrickson suspension. We have available spring ride and air ride on all models. Got a 24-inch cast fifth wheel with a 24-inch air slide with the taper rail for the tractor application, along with the backup alarm. Here we are inside the HX620, where we have the diamond level interior, which gives you the leather insert with wood grain finishes, We've got our power door locks, power windows. You see the inside of the piano hinge, which is very robust. Again, aluminum cab, aluminum door. On our A-pillar, of course, we have our air horn with the Bluetooth speaker, wood grain on the dash, the new redesigned air vents, power windows, work light, the dash dimmer, and large turn signal over here, tilt telescope wheel. Here we have the leather wrap steering wheel and the all-new dash, which has your speedometer and tachometer, which are very easy to see. With your standard dash includes transmission temp, engine oil temp, engine oil pressure, water temperature, fuel, def, primary and secondary air tanks. On the top we have a nice place to put phones or pens or whatever you need, with along with a power port for charging, additional air vent, temp gauges for both front and rear differential, rear axle suspension, and filter monitor on the dash, which is nice for air filter replacement indication. We've got cruise control, hazards, engine brake, 3-position, your diff lock switch, which is also continued down here for dual lockers, and your factory PTO switch, AC, tractor package, tractor protection valve, Bluetooth radio, spare switches, marker interrupt, fog lights, and pre-wired beacon lights. We have a panel here which we can leave blank for storing items or put a factory navigation in there. Down here we have another power port along with a 12 volt and ground connection for any other additional devices, with very large cup holders